What's up guys, it's Doc. I'm back again with another video, and today I will be covering basic room clearance, otherwise known as CQB, which stands for Close Quarters Battle. Today we'll be covering the following topics. Number 1, how to stack on doors. Number 2, how to clear a room. 3, limited penetration along with its pros and cons of the tactic. Dynamic entry, also along with its pros and cons. I wonder why they made it. I'll teach you guys more about those terms in the later on in the video. You can't blame cons. Alright, so I'm going to keep this short and simple. Basically, when you stack up on the door, you're going to want one man on his side, which is the dude in the camo, and then one man on Knob's side, which is the dude in all black in this picture. So pretty much, Knob's side is the shot caller. He will ask for flashes, he will give directives. And then the dude on Hinge side, once that door is open and the call is given, the dude on Hinge side will be first, and then dude on Knob side will be second. And what I was also taught for Hinge side, the dude on Hinge side, whenever it comes to breaching doors, Hinge side is the one that does it. It's either that, or if you have a third man in the stack.
Lead the talk. Suspect is incapacitated.
Alright, on to topic number 2, how to clear a room. As y'all saw in the video, Knob side swung the door, and Hinge side went in first. And how you enter a room, especially whenever you have more than, 2 people. One guy goes in right, one guy goes in left. You're basically just crisscrossing it. And whenever you enter the room, you're just hitting your hard corners, and then you're just kind of doing a sweep around the room with your gun, looking for anything. After that you've taken out all the bad guys and all that shit, you look for work, as in look for any open doors, any civilians. Always have your gun trained on something. Never just be bullshit and always be pulling security or something like that. And also never fuck around in the doorway. Do not get stuck in the doorway. That shit annoys me so much.
Oh, fuck!
He kind of blends in. What the fuck? That was weird.
He shot me through the door.
You want to restart, or what do you think?
Keep it. I got the MCX on.
Hands on your head! Move! Hands up! Above your head!
Before I get started with number 4, I know you may have some questions like why do I need to learn this? Or what's the difference between limited penetration and dynamic clearing? Don't worry, I will explain. There are two forms of CQB at its very basic core, dynamic entry and limited penetrative. Starting with limited penetration, the pros are safer, allows for a more thorough clearance, less danger of civilian casualties, but the cons are it's more slow. If you have a deadline, limited penetration will fail your objective. It's also a more defensive posture, meaning you don't maintain speed, surprise, and violence of action, which means you are capable of being suppressed and essentially pushed out a room until the room is properly prepped. Now that I've explained the pros and cons of limited penetration, I will now explain what limited penetration is. Limited penetration means popping the door and clearing the room from the outside as much as possible, calling out all danger locations before entering the room. This could mean for more prepared enemies. It also leaves whatever operator that's in the doorway exposed in the fatal funnel. And as an example of clearing it from the outside, that little arch movement that I'm doing around the door in the last video that just played, that's called slicing the pie. It's so you're able to get as much information from the room as much as possible without entering the room. But that also means, using flashbangs and all that other stuff. I got left. Smoke. Doors open. Moving on to the last one on the list, I will be listing the pros and cons for dynamic entry. The pros for dynamic entry are speed, surprise, and violence of action. If you have the bodies, there's a rifle in every corner of the room you're clearing. It's aggressive, it promotes movement, and both keeps you alive in firefights. In a personal pro, it looks cooler. Cons, much more dangerous than dynamic entry is putting a C4 on a door, throwing a grenade in, then following it in with no idea what's on the other side. However, the cons are mitigated by the pros. Dynamic entry is kick the door open, one guy goes left, one guy goes in right, one guy goes in left, well, a little less left. One guy goes in a little less right. No one is looking in the same direction. Another massive key part to CQB is watch your lane. Do not worry about what your buddy is doing. Trust him to have your back. If you're too busy paying attention to what your buddy is doing, you aren't paying attention to what you're doing. It'll get you and both your buddy shot. Well, that'll conclude this little, I guess you could say, training video. I hope this helped you guys. I know there's been a lot of newcomers recently with the console release on Ready or Not. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Yeah, see you later, guys.